Hey guys, how's it going? This is a quick review for the Roku 3. This is our latest model. I picked this one up from Costco. If you can, pick it up from Costco because it's like $93 as opposed to $99. And it also includes a HDMI cable, which the original or the standard Roku 3 does not. So I think it's a special package. I could be wrong, but I think it's a special package specifically for Costco. Haven't seen it anywhere else. So Roku itself is okay, but at the end of the day, I decided to return this. I'll be returning this today, so I just wanted to snap a quick review of it. I think it's an interesting product, but I have a regular TV, antenna anyways. I bought the Roku because I wanted to replace cable and also ideally have a jump spot for all of my online content, streaming content. I also have a computer connected to this particular screen, but I always have a computer connected to any of my screens. I have a projector that's connected to a computer as well. And if you can connect a computer, and in my opinion you can, even for in the $99 range, you could buy an older computer, make sure it has a good video card in it, and that will be your streaming solution. So for me, the Roku 3 it didn't do it. It was enough content on the Roku. When I click on a channel, there's only a few things that are streaming. Let's see, I don't know if you can read this or not, but while I'm talking, I figure I'll put it up there. The amount of content in there was not impressive whatsoever, in my opinion, and I'll show you some of that. And the interface, I'm not sold on this, and I'll show you why. So this is how my channels are set up. And I'm holding this cam, so I should get a stand for it. But so this is the remote for the Roku. It's a really nice idea that you have this, but if you look at my desk, I've got a ton of stuff. I've got a remote for my receiver. I got a remote for my TV. Now I could potentially get a universal remote, but then I won't have all the functionality potentially that I would with these remotes. I think this remote can act as a remote for this, so there is some consolidation I can do, but now I got this remote too, and it's also connected to my computer, so now I have this one, and then I have a couple other computers that are running, and then a keyboard and another keyboard and another keyboard and my phones and stuff like that. So what's nice about the Roku is I could connect it to my phone and use that as a keyboard, but, I want something dedicated. I don't always have my phone with me, or maybe it's, charging, or maybe I'm away from the TV. So something like this is nice. It's got a keypad and the keyboard, but that means that I need to dedicate it to the Roku. And then being in a situation where I always have to flip over, hit my input thing, and then flip over to my different inputs, I want to do that as least as possible. Now, if I have to do it, so DVD, I could watch right off my computer, right? A Blu-ray, I have a Blu-ray player. I could watch that right off my computer. So I don't have to do any of this switching of channels and inputs. It makes things much easier when I can just drop something in my Blu-ray player and play it, as opposed to having, to flip over to my Roku to get some streaming channels, which I can already get on a computer. And in many cases, I can get more content. So like Hulu, I have to pay for if I want to use Roku. Netflix I already pay for, so that's great. I can access this, but why would I do this? I just put it on my computer. So I understand that this may be a solution for people that don't have a computer, but for me, personally, I have tons of computers laying around, old computers. Even if I didn't, I could go buy one, a laptop, or even probably a desktop, a small desktop that just drop in a video card and an adequate video card, and you've got a home entertainment PC. Pandora, what I dislike about this interface is every time you go into one, it's like, oh yeah, you have to create an account and put in all your information. I understand, yes, you have to do that at least one time, but I have an account. Let's say I have an account. So now I'm doing this hunt and peck thing, which I hate. Now I could put a keyboard on there, but then again, that's another keyboard that I'm going to be having laying around. I could set all this stuff up with a keyboard and make it easier, but a lot of these activations, when you get to them, they say, oh, go to a computer and get this and come back, and you know, it's a pain in the butt, in my opinion. Just having this isn't enough. It's a good idea, but it should have like a keypad or something on the back, and it should all be activated from this. This should be my all-in-one. Let's see if I can show like the history channel. Let's see that for a second. So let's say I like Vikings and I want to watch all of Vikings. So let's go in there. All episodes. So there are 2 episodes. Let's see, unlock episodes. Unlocked episodes, there's 2. Okay. So it's a really good thing that I have this Roku. That gives me 2 episodes. I could go on to Hulu on my computer and a bunch of clips. So the quality, this is on an HD TV. The quality's fine most of the time. Actually, some of the channels are pretty amateurish.
Would you be prepared to travel to Jotunland as my emissary?
And the quality on this isn't amazing.
He has legal rights over some of my land.
I take it
it just basically artifact all over the place there.
She's still occupied.
He's prepared to pay you to renounce your legal claim.
And more artifact. And I think that's more about their encoding than anything else. It can do up to 1080p for if the content is 1080p. Let's look at this one.
We don't like those in our house to go hungry or thirsty.
Let's go drink. Let's feast.
Yeah.
Let's feast. We all want to feast. We shall feast.
There'll be a lot of feasting tonight.
Eat.
The quality of these are not spectacular in any way, shape, or form. But if you actually look through all this stuff, let's pick another one. No, I picked the car one here. So unlocked episodes. Great, I can watch 2 things on here. Thanks. Oh, so great. Whereas if I was to go on to my computer, I could watch pretty much all of them, or I could subscribe to Hulu Plus, which I could do on here as well. But, you know, I guess my driving point is that, now Plex sounds pretty cool, but my driving point is, why would I do this on a Roku if I had the chance to do it on a computer? So, computer versus Roku, computer wins in my opinion. Now there are some channels that I probably couldn't get on my computer, but they're all going to be subscription based. This is YouTube. I mean, I don't want to search YouTube like this. You know, have things fed to me. I can go down and search for things, but the search is way down here. So I think this is an HD version. Let's take a look at this. The other thing, and this is probably just something I've overlooked, but I couldn't find a space. I'm trying to use this stupid thing to type in something with a space, like let it go, for example, and I can't. There's probably a space on here, and with some more research I could probably find it. I'm sure they didn't forget the space, but I couldn't find it. So it just should be a selection if I'm going to be using that the remote. So this is at least a decent quality. I'm not sure what it's running at. I think there's a way. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, it's not telling me the resolution here. Okay. So at any rate, yeah, I'm not impressed. Again, computer versus Roku. Now you can spend a lot more money on a computer, undoubtedly, but I think it's worth it, you know, in comparison. Not to have the multiple inputs, to have a keyboard that goes with your computer, to be able to upgrade it and etc. If you so chose, as far as the video card. Most machines out there nowadays, even like an inexpensive laptop that you get off eBay or Craigslist or something used, can do it. You just make sure that you have the right processor, a decent amount of memory, a gig or two, and a decent video card, and you shouldn't have any real problems. I've got probably a 6-year-old computer running my home entertainment center now, and it works great. I got it on a big projector and everything. So, I look at these channels. This is kind of a cheesy channel where they do Ultimate Fighting stuff. I like combat stuff, so I'll watch something, and it's just the resolution is really bad. The content's not great. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Come on.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know who this is? It's Quentin Rampage Jackson.
This is light heavyweight champ, John Bones Jones.
I'm Heather Storm.
I'm Danny Kelly, ring announcer for World Fighting Federation. I'm David Odino Rodriguez, 36-0 heavyweight champion.
I'm Daniel Cormier. This is Tyson.
So the resolution fixed itself a little bit. It was really pixelated at first, but it was still not great. And all the channels I want to watch, there's not that many. On Roku. They have a lot of channels, but they're all like, hey, I just made a channel, watch me. Even the Disney stuff, there's not a lot of content. It's like, watch this clip, watch this. Look, watch episode clips of this and that. What the heck did I buy a Roku for? I don't want to pay for subscriptions. I want it to be free content that I purchased with the device. I don't mind paying for subscriptions like I bought Netflix, but I don't want to pay for subscriptions for like Wall Street Journal. Now, the Wall Street Journal actually has some interesting stuff on it, but they're all clips, right? They're all like in the news today, which is okay, but honestly, I just go to my phone if I want that. I didn't even mess with the games, but again, my phone does all that. Movies. It's nice that they have movies, but I'm not getting any free movies here. I don't think so. I forget if they had a section for that. But basically, if I want to buy a movie, well, great. I could go to Amazon or to Hulu. Hulu's subscription-based, but go to Amazon, or I could get movies from discs, newer discs from Netflix, or any of the other multitude of iTunes or wherever else I want to buy something. I can go do that. So why would I want to do it with Roku? I don't know. There's so many great reviews of Roku out there. I can only assume that it's for someone who likes the price point. $99 isn't a bad deal to get something that streams to your big screen TV. You don't have to have the hassles of a computer. I get that. But instead I run into the hassles of having a Roku, and this little device that I'm not too fond of. It's pretty cool in some aspects, right? I can flick around. It's like a little joystick I can use for games. That's cool. But overall, not really impressed. It's not for me. I'd take a computer over a Roku any day. And there's so much more I can do with it, and I can stay with my, trusted devices that I can do. I keep my desk clearer, get rid of this remote, and just go down to these two. I'll probably source these into one at some point, so then I'll just be down to one, so I can control my volume. That's the other thing. I can't control volume with this guy unless I have the headphones on. So now, anytime I want to, turn up the volume, I got to go to another remote. All in all, I was a little bit disappointed with the Roku. I was hoping that the Roku and an antenna would basically give me enough to leave the computer behind and just have a Roku and a TV somewhere. For me, it's not enough. There's too much being offered through the internet that I can access through the Roku, or it's the same content. So why am I buying a Roku? So I would have loved to have given Roku a better review, but at the end of the day, it's kind of a fail for me. And so I have a 5-year-old. I'll speak to this really quick. a 5-year-old. She likes all this stuff that we have on Netflix and PBS. We have antenna TV, but so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 4 episodes of Curious George. Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. We never watched this, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And the rest are all clips. So, I mean, the amount of content that's on these channels is actually shameful, in my opinion. A&E. Let's go to be an original here. So I was hoping to refer this as a solution for... so these are these... Don't know if these are actual, if this is actual content. It's only like 5 of those. Let's look at the... so I looked at this when I was reviewing stuff, and okay, look, here's Season 2, Episode 20. All episodes. Season 2, Episode 20, Season 2, Episode 21, Episode 22, and sign in to watch. And Dirk decides to blah, 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 blah. Alright, am I missing something, guys? You tell me in the link it's below, in the comments below, but basically, you know, if I get a solution like this, I don't want to just be teased by a couple of episodes and then I have to go to my computer anyways to see the rest. I want to be able to see like full seasons, and I honestly don't want to pay for it. That's why I go and use Hulu. That's why I go and subscribe a flat fee to Netflix, because if there's something I want to see more than 3 in most cases, right? So let's go to Fox. And I'll stop boring you with this. But featured shows, all shows. Let's see. All right, so I haven't seen this yet. I hear it's okay. So I understand that they can only get so much content, and you know, they have to license everything and all that. That's a clip. Wait. 42 minutes. This is a full episode. They don't use numbers on this, so Beholder, I've seen that already before. So there's 4. Thanks. And a bunch of clips. So, again, am I missing something? Did I not read all the instructions properly? I'm going to want to watch more than 4. So, big thumbs down. American Dad has been on for many seasons. Let's see what this has got here. 21 minutes. That's probably a full episode. So this one's called Cock of the Sleepwalk. And then it repeats. So that's the other thing I don't like. Well, up there in the right corner, you can see that there's 7 things in here, but there's not 7. There's 7 full episodes, and then, well, in this case, it looks like there's 7 full episodes, and then usually there's a bunch of clips, right? So if I wanted clips, I could go on to Hulu, easy peasy. If I actually want to see the show, I could go on to Hulu. So why am I on Roku? Okay, American Idol. 13 episodes here, or 13 seasons, and 11 finalists perform. So there's only one thing. It's a hour. It's 2 hours, so it's the whole thing, and then a bunch of clips. Thank you for nothing. All right. So, anyways, I think you get the point. Not impressed with the content. I have to, you know, I could watch 1 or 2 things, and then I have to go to another source, mainly my computer, so why not just stay there? Let's see, Channel Store. They do have a lot of channels. These are the featured ones. But not many that I want to watch. Not many I want to invest time in. So these are the featured ones, and then let's see, what's new? Bunch of just like people saying, hey, let's make a channel. And making just about equivalent content, you know, basically about the equivalent of me on my phone, except they might not have as nice of a phone. So I mean, the resolution comes by as really bad. The content, in many cases, terrible. Yeah, as a solution, I would not recommend the Roku. I'd recommend go get yourself a little computer, get yourself a nice little keyboard like this, get in your lounge chair, flick around on your lap, and go to any content that you want. Go to your Netflix, go to Hulu, go to YouTube, and you're going to have a much more enjoyable experience. You can even set up a situation where you use your phone as the remote. Logitech has a solution that allows you to set up a what do you call it? A reader on the other side that can receiver on the other side that can basically receive signals from your phone, even if it doesn't have an infrared component to it. So there are solutions out there. Unfortunately, I can't recommend Roku. Roku is going back today. So I think that's it. And yeah, I'm really actually disappointed that Roku didn't offer more for all the hype that Roku has. Don't believe the hype. Go get a computer. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.